All right, y'all, welcome back. We are back in the building. Yes, y'all, we was having a technical difficulty trying to figure out how to add First Lady onto the stream as well. Um, Hopefully I get Hank and Sonia and everybody to come back in the building. Y'all already know the vibe, but since I got the First Lady in the building, y'all already know. First Lady OG definitely has been missing y'all as well. So I let her talk to her peoples because Sonia even was like, First Lady OG, Hank the Hillbilly into his house, all of them. So we are back in the building. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, but I swear, StreamYard upgraded y'all, and I'm trying to figure it out. But as time goes, I will get better. First Lady OG, how is everything going?
What's going on? What's going on? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all been? I'm hating that I can't give y'all 100% at this moment, but because of our technical difficulties and we was trying since earlier, to be honest with y'all, I'm still on the phone and not actually on my laptop. So like it's so tiny, it's so small. I can't hardly see y'all. I can't make it bigger. But
Sonia said it's all good. Yes,
all
back in the
right, and what's
building.
wrong with your camera, ma'am? We can't see.
Oh no, I'm fixing it. I'm trying to wipe it because look, when I turn it on, you see it? You see the blurriness?
No, I don't see anything. It's very dark.
It's
Where's your
very
light?
dark. Okay, let me see if I can get some light.
Oh, wait. Okay, so that's the thing. I can't see the chat, so I can't see who's in here. All right. Chat with, no, I don't want to chat with the. Oh, yes, I can see. Hey, Sonya. What's up, girl?
Donald, could I use the backlight for a minute? The backlight. Okay. Sorry. I know that's what
Hey.
I'm asking Grandma.
I
I
wasn't able
can't
to type
see
in the
what I'm trying
comments
to
or
type in
nothing,
here.
y'all. So I'm good now. I'm good now.
It's too
Now I
dark.
could type in the comments. I could speak. What's going on? What's going on, Sonia? Did I ever send you
My
pictures,
backlight.
Sonia? Because I remember I touched base with you about what happened with baby boy.
Those
But
candles
did
work
I
in that thing,
ever
Grandma?
get to did I
Those
did
little
I send
lanterns you have? Does these lanterns work? Oh, thank you so much, E. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Okay.
one moment, you guys? I'm gonna get cause
Okay.
she ain't ready yet. So y'all sit tight.
I am. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a moment. I'm actually about to turn on my light for the backyard. I am definitely gonna turn on my light, y'all. Give me a second. I'm coming. All right, you see? I'm gonna get better at this. I'm a work in progress. I am a work in progress, everybody. Ugh. I managed to get me some off spray, Sonia. So right now I am spraying off all over because I swear upon everything, it has been crazy. Somebody got beat solo? You got beat solo? Oh, your thing came up on my phone. Like, oh, all right, y'all. We about to be in the midst. Meantime, I'm spraying myself down like a mad person with all of this off spray. Give me 1 second. I'll be right with y'all. Well, at least the bees are not attacking me anymore because earlier the bees was definitely trying to attack me. And I do feel because I had killed y'all 2 bees that came into my room because I had my window open and the bees came through the room. And I ended up catching 2 of them. And I think after that, I think like the bee. how family is coming after me. Like they know when you harm they family members. Because they was not playing. I don't know why I mean just tell you to go through the fridge. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So now I'm about to put on my camera, First Lady. All right. Can y'all see me now? Is that better?
No,
No? Well,
no.
I can't do nothing about that, Mom.
You can. Why the hell is your
No.
lighting like that, man?
Oh my God, Mom. Oh,
Where you at? I thought you was outside.
I am outside. That's what I'm saying. I'm in the backyard. But I don't know why
If
it's
you
so
ain't no
blurry.
light
Hold on.
out
Let
there,
me wipe
if you
my
could stay
camera.
right there, you could stay right there. Like I hate this. Right. Let me see if I can get
Hold
on.
on, Mom. I will. Let me just see what's going on. I think it's something with the camera per se. Uh, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if I do it like this, maybe. And what do you think? I mean, this is the best I could do right now, y'all. Um, and I had to put on my little thing, y'all. But this is the best I could do right now. Can you see me clear?
Ah!
I don't know, guys. I'm trying my best, but we're gonna work with this right now, guys, because right now I don't know what's going on with like the vision of the camera. The camera's just like extra blurry for some reason.
It's not the
It's just
lighting,
blurry.
so really, I'm telling you, it's the lighting. But if you could stay in that spot you was in, we could do it with that. But you really gotta. I can't believe you know. I could have gave you one of the ones that you clip on top of your phone. Like you need better,
Yeah,
especially since you
but
gonna.
we're gonna have to work with this,
Uh,
so it's all good. So yeah, y'all. We got the first lady OG in the building. She camped down because I was camped down, but we in here. My camera's a bit blurred, but we gonna make it work. Y'all already know the vibes. I'm outside, so we gonna make it work. Um, Yes, I was just giving them a little updates on certain things because I was supposed to do the story time. I'm still gonna be doing that because I do have like the breakdown to give the breakdown. I don't know if because my phone is literally saying, oh no, I know why it is. Okay, you know what it is? Hold on, I know what it is. Hold on, y'all. Let me figure this part out. I know what it is because there we go. All right. Now I think I should be a little bit more better. What do you guys think now? Much better? I think this should be better. I think. But yeah, y'all, we back in the building and let's just, oh, much better. All right, perfect, Sonia. Thank you so much. Because I'm like, I'm hoping I think this is better. Um, but I'll get my little light hook and all that soon or whatever have you. But y'all, let's jump into it. We're gonna jump into it. First Lady OG. We had actually spoke about the story and I was telling her I definitely want to dive a little bit deeper in to find out more information. And so as of right now, okay, so for those of you who are familiar with Kirk and Rashida, Frost from Love and Hip Hop. As you know, Rashida does music. That's how she made her mark in the industry. Kirk was always Rashida's management. They have children together, and currently, right now, one of their sons, which is Kai Frost, is accused of murdering the boyfriend of his sister, Kelsey Frost. And what I received from it when it first hit the media was basically, you know, he was shot in the back. It was some type of incident to go down in the home between Kelsey and him, which is T Hood. He's an upcoming rapper in Atlanta. Um, it was said to say that an incident took place between them two and that escalated it. and that Kai Frost, which is the brother to Kelsey and the son to Kirk and Rashida, was the one who pulled the trigger and ended up murdering him. Now, when I first got the story, I was able to read up on certain things. I was kind of thrown off by the sister because she had spoken to T Hood's mom. T Hood's mom recorded her speaking with Kelsey and asking Kelsey certain questions about why wasn't her brother locked up, if she told the police what really happened, and her saying she doesn't condone what took place by any means, that they would have been back together the next day or whatever have you. And me and my mom was in big discussions with that because I did feel as though the sister was throwing her brother under the bus. Like, you know what I mean? He would never been in that situation if it wasn't for you. But when the story first hit, they made it seem as though it was two of Kirk's sons, and it wasn't. It was only one, which was Kai Frost. Um, Kirk's oldest son was nowhere around. He didn't come until probably like after the situation happened or whatever have you. Um, but now video has been released of T Hood actually beating Kelsey, like literally beating her up. I mean, from the video footage to just pictures of her having bruises and cuts and all types of things of that nature on her body. And even the video that was released that was kind of like it was just like it was disheartening. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I am a person, and this is me being transparent. I come, let me not say it like that. Let me say it better. I am a person that has been involved with domestic violence. And when I watched the video of her sleeping and him coming into the room and literally like jumping on the bed and snatching her up and all of that stuff, it kind of gave me like a trigger. You know what I mean? It kind of, you have like certain triggers that could really bring you back to like certain things that you probably been through. You know what I mean? And he did what he did. And then it was just almost like, in order for her to have some type of sympathy or whatever, he was trying, like just a real narcissist. Like he was sitting at the bottom of the bed after attacking her and just like taking something to cut his face, and he's telling her like, oh, if I go, you're gonna go to jail too. In other words, like they're gonna come for us both type of situation, because I'm gonna say you did these things to me. The reason for me that I definitely wanted to dive into this story is because I feel like it's a lot of young women that are in domestic violence situations that do not know how to get out. And if you know a person that has been in a situation like that, it literally takes so much time to break you down. Like the predator is going to take time to separate you, break you down. And once they get you to where they need you to be, where you're just completely broken and you feel like you have nobody to call or anything of the sort, they feel like that's where they got you. You know what I mean? And a lot of times when you're young and you're in love, you could assume that, oh my God, he loves me, he cares about me, because the efforts that he's putting in to be mad or feel any type of emotions, we interpret that as a form of love, which is definitely not. But I do feel, from just my personal experience, it's almost like you genuinely loving somebody and being in fear, and then the breakdown of everything you're dealing with that they're putting into you. Like it's definitely a mental breakdown that happens. Just like with my personal experience with my sons, father, I feel like in the beginning it was like the love bombing part of it, and you know, it's young love, and you're feeling like you're gonna be with this person for a period of a long period of time. You see longevity, if that makes sense, and you see little signs, but then you kind of like brush it off. And then it's not until it gets to a point where it starts to get worse, and now you're trying to navigate to try to figure out like, I love this person and I want to be with this person, but I'm tired of being broken and I'm tired of being hurt. And then you find yourself in a space of just willing to endure certain things because you're looking at it like, oh no, I can change this person. Like I can love this person enough to change them to be better. To listen, it's so much levels I think that you go through that is crazy. For real. First Lady OG, chime in anytime you want. But I do feel like it's just different levels that you go through. With this T Hood situation, for me, though, personally, I feel as though Kelsey has been in a situation for a very long time. You can tell that her love for him it's there. I don't know if she realizes to the extent
That's
of
not love. That's not love.
it's not, but I don't think, I mean, in the mental thought of it, it looked like he was on drugs or something. You know what, Sonia? They stated that he was taking drugs, and they were saying that he was like taking pills or whatever have you that sent him on a trip. But you could definitely tell that he was going through
That ain't the
some
first
stuff
time.
as well. I'm sorry, First Lady OG.
No, I was just saying that wasn't the first time.
No, it wasn't the first time. This has been an ongoing situation as far as the abuse. You know what I mean? Um, the family tried to depict it as them both being toxic. And listen, they probably both were toxic. You know what I'm saying? In the relationship. But however, it still didn't need to be where she was being like, I don't know. I genuinely feel like he should have never lost his life, but then I also understand that hmm, everything has an action to it. You know what I'm saying? And this is not like Kelsey's not the first situation that he has been in to where he is abusive. It's multiple situations. Prior before the situation with Kai Frost murdering him, he was shot for something similar. You know what I mean? With another situation with another one of his girlfriends. You know what I mean? I feel like you could definitely tell from looking at him that yeah, he may have witnessed certain things in his life growing up as a young boy into going into manhood. His mom and his family definitely give me the energy of them not realizing that they may have taken part, especially his mother, into who he is right now as, before he passed away, as a man, who he was. You know what I'm saying? Like overall, his family kind of threw me off just because their main thing was to put out a story of him being shot 5 times in the back and he was set up and all of that shit that they put out there that they knew wasn't true. They stated they didn't speak to the police, and when they did speak to the police was very nasty to them. So then fast forward, they put out a GoFundMe. So then the autopsy gets dropped. The videos get put out there of things that he was doing to Kelsey, even with the whole situation with Kai Frost. Kai Frost wasn't even at home at the time. He was now coming home from work when all of the stuff was going on. Now, a gun was pulled out by T Hood. He was the first to draw his weapon. When the weapon was drawn, Kai ends up leaving the house and coming back. And I guess when he left the house to come back, that's when he came back with his weapon and he fired shots which ended up in the demise of T Hood. But this is why Georgia is putting it as self-defense, because the property in which T Hood was killed on was Rashida and Kirk's property.
Mm.
That's Rashida and Kirk's property. You know what I mean? Um, but the for me personally, like I said, it has to do a lot with mental illness, and as females, us accepting certain things like um a male treating you in a certain type of way or talking to you in a certain type of way. I don't understand how we receive that as a form of love. You know what I mean? Oh, bitch, where the fuck you was at, bitch? What the fuck you do? Like, how do you receive that as love? How? You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. No, they don't have any kids. I believe he has a child, separate from Kelsey, but him and Kelsey together does not have any kids. And let's just talk about T Hood. Um, I'm gonna be real with you. I do see that is some form of mental illness that probably um took place with him popping pills and whatever drugs. You know, Atlanta is something that they out there, they doing the lean, they popping the pills, and it definitely destroys the mind. Um, he's been trying to get himself into the rap game for a real long time. I do feel like him being with Kelsey was him feeling like he had an opening to get into the game. um, and I think during the process of it all, because things wasn't moving quite the way he wanted it to move based on who he was dealing with, it started to turn his energy. Because in the beginning, the relationship, of course, you know, the love bombing part of it, beautiful, she's a no name. She's a name. You know, Kelsey is a name just because of her parents. You feel me? And I think that that was part of probably why, because a lot of their arguments, when you go back, her best friend spoke on it as well. A lot of their disputes was just over him trying to pressure her to get him into certain places, you know what I'm saying, because of who her parents was. You know what I mean? But overall, I feel like just whatever he came from, I think that he was just trying to make a better way for himself, just a lost soul. I think he definitely was just a lost soul. Um, just looking at, like, I watched this kid sit at the end of the bed. He was literally cutting himself and saying to her while he's cutting himself, like, yo, if I go down, you gonna go down with me because I'm gonna tell him you did this to me. And he's sitting at the edge of the bed, cutting himself, and then after takes the same shit and slashes her shit. And it was just like, what? Young ladies, what I would say is this from my personal experience. It took me a long time to understand that I wasn't loving myself. So let me just give you guys a background on my end. I come from a good home, um, family, all that stuff. Um, as time progressed in my life, you know, you get into junior high school, all of that stuff, you start liking boys, all that, all these things start to happen. Um, but I was with my baby father since junior high school, pretty much. And going through the process from us growing together and even having our sons prior, before, it was just certain things that I was enduring. And I don't even understand that, because in the beginning, it was like kind of like, oh my God, he loves me, and that's why he's behaving or reacting the way that he's reacting. And once I feel like I gave an excuse to why he would behave the way he would behave, it just continued to get worse. And it
That's
was a
what we do.
point that, I'm sorry, First Lady OG.
I just said that's what we do.
Yeah,
I
and it
already
literally started to
saying
get worse. And the
abusive
craziest
relationship.
thing, say it again, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying abusive relationships, as you stated, it brings a
Hmm.
lot of different behaviors, no matter what type of abuse. Now, word is being transparent, being having to have been dealt with physical abuse. So I will be just as transparent, having been dealt with emotional and verbal. So now she had all three. So I'm gonna say I had two minus the physical. But don't get me wrong when I say certain things like shit, sometimes wishing maybe a black eye would heal up or something in opposed to, shit you'll never not hear again. So when you start becoming an abused victim, you start looking at things, different from everybody else because people always got something to say like, oh, psh, if that was me, I'd do this with him, and if that was me, I'd be that. And that's bullshit. Thank
And
you.
it's true because that's what you hear. You're just like, oh, girl, I would never. And I'm gonna tell you
But
something.
you
I
did.
was, I was one of those females though when I was younger, and I would see certain things, and I would be like, oh, I would never let a man treat me that way or disrespect me and all of that. And to fast forward to understand, like, oh my God, like some of the shit I endured, I would have never thought I would have endured, would have never thought because I seen it and I always said like, oh no, that will never ever be me. That's why women hide abuse. Yes, we do. And we cover it up just to protect the person that's harming us, and then it's almost like a form of guilt. I I feel like with my situation, I fought. I fought and then I got tired of fighting. It almost felt like me fighting back made it worse. And so then I stopped fighting because I mean, me and him used to have fights. I mean, when it's done, it's crazy. Hair pulled out, black eye, all types of shit. Like it was going down. And I just realized, like I said, as I was
Sorry,
fighting,
y'all.
it
I think
started
I
to
got my
get
computer
worse.
back.
And then it will be like,
Why your camera went off?
oh, hold on, my camera went off for a minute because I'm doing something really, really quickly.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah,
I think I'm in.
overall, you want me
Am,
to add you through the computer?
am I? Is it saying me?
No, not yet.
Okay, so let me
It's
do.
not saying you yet. But like, I'll tell you, like, I never thought I would have even been able to get out that situation because of how far gone I was. And then it was a lot of threats. Like when you're dealing with an abuser, you're dealing with somebody that's going to turn around and tell you, um, let me remove this other one. There we go. They'll turn around and tell you certain things to make you feel like you have to be in fear. Like one of the things my baby father used to say to me is like, I will kill you if you leave me. Like you think you leaving me, you never leaving me. Like I listen, man, if you leaving me, you're gonna leave me in a casket or
Mm-hmm.
threaten my
Mm-hmm.
family. Like, oh, I know where you think I know where all your family at, nigga. I'll come and kill off your whole family. And it almost put me in a place of like, oh nah, because my family ain't got nothing to do with this. And it got to a point where I didn't even give a fuck no more, to be honest. It was just almost like, all right, if you're gonna kill me, just kill me. Like, go ahead. Like, I don't even care no more. Like I used to look in the mirror and not even see myself who I am right now. I've came a long way. I have a lot of scars that I could tell you what happened. I could vividly go back to each scar and probably tell you like, oh, this happened this day, and it comes back so vividly to me. And I hid my abuse for a long time until I couldn't hide it no more. And honestly, I don't even think it wasn't until I couldn't hide it no more. I think he got to a point where he didn't care. What do you think, Ma?
Yeah,
He just got
definitely.
to a point where he didn't care, right? Like he was just like,
Definitely. And that's
whatever.
what happens with a narcissist. They get to that point where it's, it doesn't matter. Because now, like I said, with verbal and emotional abuse, you still find yourself making excuses.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
because when you start to realize, like, damn, like it's like, all right, so what so and so said, they kind of was right. So like I can't let nobody know that they was right, and I can't let him look like such an asshole in front of the film. Oh, so I thought, didn't you say such and such? Oh no, he didn't say that, or that's not what happened. He went and picked the kids up for me, lying through my fucking teeth. Like I bet you I had to take off work, like I had to leave work to go get kids because I ain't doing I'm not a babysitter. That was the shit I used to get from children's daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a babysitter. So yeah, you
Yeah,
make excuses, whether even with abuse. Damn, if I didn't say that, he wouldn't have slapped me because I knew that shit was gonna make him mad. And if I wouldn't have said that, he'd have never slapped me. He'd have never knocked me to the floor if I didn't say that. If I wouldn't have threw that, he would have never came back and threw my ass. That was so stupid
I'm
of
gonna
me.
tell you, that's what I went through though. That's what I went through, and it's so
I
crazy because
know,
it was even
I
a
know.
point where it was like, if I could avoid doing anything that's gonna make you create a situation, then that's what I'm gonna do. It got to the point where it's
Right,
like I ain't even looking at nobody, man. I walk with my head down,
right.
man. I ain't
Put
finna
them
even look,
down.
cause if like I'm good, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that
And it
was the
didn't
type of
matter the
space.
situations. That's just the way it was. And you just
Yeah,
end up letting, before you know it, so much more time goes by and so many more incidents happen. You don't even fucking realize. Be damn, another, I don't know how many months just went by and you just still going through the same shit. Still doing it. I mean, yeah, you still standing, you still coming, but on the inside, mm, toe up, toe up, toe up.
and that's what it was. And that's where I was. And even I'm still in that battle. And that's why I say, like, you know what I mean? It's so much healing that I'm going through as I navigate this world. But I can relate to a lot of these young females out here. And I just want them to know, like, you don't deserve for nobody to treat you less than what you are or what you value
But
yourself to
see, this
be.
is the
And it
thing.
starts with
This
what
is
you
now.
value yourself to be.
This is where auntie and mommy come in. If you don't know your worth because
Hmm.
you have no knowledge of self, and you do not know how important you should be to you, then you're accepting a lot of what you shouldn't just because you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
So when you intern, really intern, and I want to say, even with my generation, not to, of course, not saying like we're the cause of our daughters being beaten and things of that nature, but a lot of some of the things that we used to say, because that's things that we were
Hmm.
told, is ends up being a crutch for our children. You tell
It
them
does.
things like, you know, she's coming to tell you, oh, Troy keeps, pulling the string off my book bag, or every time I sit in class, he sit behind me, he keep pulling my hair, and that hurt. Oh, he like you. Like we start that
I
shit
didn't forget.
really, really,
I didn't
really,
forget
really
some things.
early.
Hold on.
Okay. So I'm saying things to a lot of my mothers and grandmothers. We have to really be more in tune of what we say to our children and how we say it, because telling the girl, he's hitting her or he's hurting her, or if that's hurting her, telling her it's okay because he likes you. Then once you become an abused woman, remember, like when boys hit you or when they run past you and touch you, that means they like you. No, that means they're violating your
I'm
personal
gonna go get your
space.
stuff. Give me a hug. Really hard.
That's what that means. Okay. So understand that where that comes from. And as a woman, yes, that's what we do. We nurture our children, and then a lot of times we end up nurturing and mothering grown men that have mommy issues that didn't have the mother nurturing, and then they end up falling in love with us for all the wrong reasons as well. You fall in love with them for the wrong reasons, they fall in love with you for the wrong reasons. Two broken people have a fucked up relationship, and now y'all bring babies in the middle of it.
Yeah. And I can agree, and I could totally agree with you. And I feel like even me, as a mom of three boys, I think that's what I think about. Like, I never want my boys to come into a woman's life and not be a man,
A man, look at your brothers. What do I tell them all the time?
period.
Come on
You know what
now.
I mean? It's
I
things
didn't get to my
that,
grandson, but like what? Oh my, as soon as I get, I'm gonna get a place, and he can't. He could what? He could stay with you. He can't though. And why would you even say that? Because as a woman, she need to be around me because I need to teach you. No, no nigga can't come and live up on you. No, he can't. I don't give a damn who it is. And my son won't be one of them either. Why can he come
I
and live with
feel.
you? Because you get in a place and he's in a situation right now. Only way you accept a man in a situation is when he get in the situation after y'all been already. And he ends up falling on hard times. That's different. But somebody coming to move in that already don't got nothing, didn't have nothing, came from, let's not even keep it a stack. I'll be transparent. Came from 5 years of incarceration.
Hmm. Yep.
What the fuck
But
can
I'm
he
gonna tell you
do
something
for you,
overall.
man?
Like, when it
What can
comes
he do
down
for
to,
you, man? That's all I'm saying.
and when it, I'm sorry, guys. I got this.
That's all right, y'all. She outside. She outside with it,
You
y'all.
already know the vibe. But like Sonia was saying, that's why women hide abuse. But that's the craziest thing
Yes.
as well. Like, that's where I think that the bus needs to stop now. Like, we need to stop
Yeah, but the
hiding and
hiding comes from
enduring.
more than one different places.
It does. It
You
does. It does.
hide
But I feel
You
like we
hide
need to
to make
work.
him not look like such a fuck boy. So you kind of try to hide it so he don't so other people ain't looking at him the way you don't want him to be
And then
looked
you
at.
don't want to be
And
embarrassed
and
either.
then you hide it
Yeah.
because you feel some type of way. Because best believe it, somebody already told you.
Yeah. And it's
Somebody
an
said
embarrassment.
something to
It's
you, and now you
embarrassing.
like, you like shit, man. I know this bitch gonna say I was right. Look at that. Trust me, we all been kids. Like my daughter tell you, even still now to the day, certain days, all my kids is like that now that they grown. Until they ready, they'll take a few hours to a day or two if they know that when they call me, they gonna hear me. So then they might take a day or two, a few hours, like not all day, and wait till the end of the night and be like, hey, mom, don't hate me. Why in the box. And that's how I go. And it's all good because my kids all know that I only come for a place out of love with them. And I want them. And of course, I know I can't. Like she said, you can't change a man. At the end of the day, I really can't change my damn kids either. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
But when you, like she said, you feel you could love a man through his bullshit or out of his bullshit, and then
Hmm.
you think you could talk your kids to the right all the
Yeah.
time. And
And I'm
sometimes
gonna
you be
tell
like, hey,
you,
hey, and you yell at their ass and
yo,
you
I
be like,
swear,
you thinking you could do that shit.
I swear, and that's the biggest thing. That's why it's so hard for a woman that goes through. Because, like, I'll tell you, I had, like, I lost a lot just trying to love someone that
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize I couldn't love him through his own pain. And
Right. Because
then,
guess
like,
what?
this is for
You
a whole
damn
nother
sure can't
story
love
time.
nobody who don't love theyself.
Right. And this is like a whole nother story time, y'all. But Sonia, let me just give y'all a little, a short synopsis of it all.
And get
Like
family involved. You
the
absolutely
space that I was in and the space that he was in and what I watched him like endure from his own mom and then knowing the background of it all, like, he is a product of rape. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I watched him and I watched certain things in his family dynamic while I was there and around. And it really was like almost disturbing. And it almost like made me feel like, no, I can love him so much that he sees that we're going to do great things and he's going to be great. And let me tell y'all something about my baby father. My baby father can sing, he can dance, and he is a rapper. And I'm gonna tell you something. He
and
is really good, but he's a political.
he's a martial artist, and he is a true melanated king of many different things. Yes, he is. And not to put his whole shit on blast, but at
But
the end of
yeah,
the day, he was broken.
very
Somebody
much.
did not take care of him. And
Yeah.
it's not all of his
He
mom's
never, you
fault
know what it was though? It
because
was it
she
was
was broken. This
right.
is a
And she
generational
didn't know how
curse
to
that has
love
been
him. I
passed
don't think
down for generations. No, of course
mhm,
she did not. How can someone that was raped by their father understand what love is?
yeah.
They can't.
They
They
can't.
can't.
And I think that he was a reminder and she didn't
Of
realize it and
course he was. No,
she was forced
no.
to
She was
do
forced to
and
keep the child.
yeah.
All right,
So
y'all.
it
We ain't trying to tell everything. We trying to
but
put a little bit, but
transparency.
to be transparent, but
Yeah.
not too much. Okay. Because
But the truth is the
understand
truth.
what we're saying. What we understand that the truth is that this man was
Yeah.
broken and he was abused by his own mother. So therefore, he did not have the love for the vessel that brought him here. So therefore, the love for any other woman is null and void. And this is what my daughter doesn't know as a young lady meeting the
Yeah.
boy in school. I mean, she didn't know none of this until she grew up and became grown, really, for real, becoming a mother and being around his family and putting two and two together and figuring some things out. But in the interim, she paid, she sacrificed, and then still thought that, oh my God, like, look at everything this poor man has gone through. I can still,
Yeah.
hey,
Mm.
Rob, what's up, baby?
Hi, Sleepy
I can
Rob.
still, I can still help him through this because oh my God, I had no idea. But no, you still can't. And the chain that he came from, y'all might say, oh, that mother, she was such a bitch and da 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 da. Okay, you heard what we said. If he was a product of rape, that means what? His mother was what? Okay, and then she was impregnated with him and she was made to have him, so she was made to deal with him in her mental. I gotta deal with this rape ass kid that da, 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 da. You understand what I'm saying? So her mental, that's all she's looking. She's far beyond the nurturing instincts of a baby, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is my child, my baby, my love. She's looking at like
Mm-hmm.
she don't even, she could have
I'm
left
gonna
it
be
in the
honest. I mean, that's something that once he found out because he didn't know the truth. He always
of
thought
course.
the person that he grew up around was his father because of the other siblings. And
Right.
when the truth came out, like we found out this shit from his aunt, and his aunt is like, "Yo, I'm your sister," and we like, what are you talking about?" That's
Right.
how it went down, and this is
Right.
like during the holidays, and this is like right around Christmas is like coming around type
Mhm.
situation. You know what I mean?
So y'all
Sleepy
gotta
Rob.
understand, y'all. Hey, that's the same way I feel like when they go with R. Kelly. R. Kelly was an abused child that nobody ever looked after, so he grew up to become a predator. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? I mean, just like the young man that we're speaking of. It's just that they became predators in different ways, but they still hurt women. And it
Yes.
still all comes from them being abused by women.
because
and
a
not
lot of the times
loved
his
and
anger,
protected by the women that was supposed to love and protect them.
and
They
then
didn't get it.
you don't
They didn't,
realize it. You don't realize it. Like for me, I didn't realize it until I got out of the situation.
of
But
course. But
while
when she
being
told
in
me,
it,
I knew it from the beginning. She bit him, she pinched him, she left him crying, she left him wet. She didn't give a damn. Y'all making me have this fucking baby, and then y'all don't even send nobody there to help her take care of the baby that she don't even want. So what did she do?
hmm
She abused the baby.
hmm
And then what did he do? He grew up to be an abuser because he had no love.
and his anger, because a lot of times he used to go through blackout moments to where he will be saying things in the middle of him hurting me. Is like you're saying like things that I
Because
don't even know what you saying. Like,
because
what are you
because he
saying? Like
doesn't know
you're
what he doesn't know, daughter. Those are the disembodied spirits that he's dealing with that are conquering him at the time. You understand
right.
what I'm saying? So the other ones are speaking because they're out and exposed at the moment.
hmm
He's trying,
hmm
he can't even
And I
understand what's
think,
going
and I'm gonna
on
tell
with
you the
himself.
truth. I think that's what I think that's where T Hood was because when I looked at the video, it gave me a flashback of like because like my baby father would tell me
I
stuff too,
mean,
like,
what you
"Oh,
say,
I'll
just like
kill
you tell,
myself."
just what you tell Darrell, characteristics cannot be uh
Yeah,
uh
it just can't. You,
denied. You know,
yeah.
like you can be around anywhere. Like what did I say? Like the other night we was talking about the person we was speaking about on the phone, and I'm like, that sounds like an abusive relationship. Like just from what you was telling me. You know what I'm
It
saying
was
about
because, but it triggered something in me
but you
as well
already
because
knew.
I know. Yeah, because
And you
I know,
already knew. And you knew it
and
with
it's
her
just
too.
like, and even fast forward. That's why I say, like, man, y'all speaking to a young woman that had aspirations and dreams, and along the way, I love people. I genuinely just love people. I'll be real. And I don't like to see people hurt. And now I have a better way of navigating it. But a lot of females that end up in domestic violence relationship is always a depiction of them coming from a home that probably wasn't good or they seen it in their homes. And it really sometimes is not even so much of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like realizing certain things, but like now, like when I look at certain stories, like when you hear of women dying by the hands of abuse, and then you hear people say, well, she's stupid, she should have been walked away, she knew who this person was. I'm gonna tell you guys something. When you put your heart out there to just genuinely love people and meet them where they're at, you lose sight of understanding what you're deserving of and what you're not deserving of. You know what I mean? And then for me, where I'm at right now, man, like I think I even get emotional sometimes when I think about it because I came a long, long way. Um, I came a long way through just everything. And I loved him at that moment. And I'm speaking from the moment that I was in. I felt as though I loved him so much, and I just seen something so much more bigger for us, and I didn't
That
realize
was the
what I
illusion.
know
That was the
now.
illusion right there. That was the illusion
Yeah,
right there. That you seen something
yeah.
so much bigger. You didn't even see yourself. So you couldn't see not a damn thing big for you and him when you can't even see you. And
No,
that's the
but that
part
was the thing about it.
ladies have
You
to
know,
understand.
we're talking
I
about
understand how fake love and how the
no, but we're talking
infatuation
about the beginning
is
of it, like
fake.
the beginning of like when you first get into it and you have all these thoughts, and then fast forward you in a situation and all those thoughts almost kind of like evaporates because of what the truth is. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think that, like,
I
as
mean, like
women,
they say,
we don't want to face certain
the
truths.
truth shall
I
the truth shall set you free at the end of the day, no matter how hard sometimes that may seem, depending on certain situations. And yes, it might. Why is my camera doing that? Hold on, y'all. Why do it got me sideways? I apologize, y'all. Y'all know we having the worst things going on with these damn phones and stuff today. I don't know why I'm sideways. I'm gonna try to come back in, y'all. Hold on.
All right, so I'm gonna wait for Ma
Got
to
me
come
all
back in. But just
looking
running
crazy.
back to the T Hood
Sideways.
situation, I do feel as though
What
he
the
had a
hell
lot
I
of
do?
different things that he probably was dealing with from like a child, to even land him in the positions that he was. I mean, he was an upcoming rapper and probably trying to change his world and change his dynamic of just living. But overall, what he came from, or probably what he's been through, also played a major part in the male that he
But you gotta
became. Because,
understand too. You still can't at this moment, we still can't make excuses. Cause at the end of
right,
the day, he still has decisions and choices that he could have
he
and
did,
should have
he did,
made. And he made the
100%.
ones that he did. And not saying, but he definitely needed help. And I felt like,
He definitely did.
the sister that was the aunt. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, she could have
Hmm.
you could have been saved the boy, but you needed to put him somewhere that somebody was gonna work through it. You can't just tell him something like that and leave him out in the street and close the door. Because
But
basically
you
that's what
know,
happened. But then
even with
he was
that, but
definitely there with you. You understand what
yeah,
I'm saying?
but this is what I'm saying, just tying it back into the T Hood situation. That's what I'm saying. I feel like, you know, when you look at certain, like, kids, when you make a child, you are the person that's supposed to nurture them and guide them through this journey that they're on, right?
Yeah.
And
But life be life, and some people
and
get
it
caught up
does,
and
and
be
it
fucked up.
does. But then
Sometimes they turn into
children,
drug addicts and they still
right,
are mothers, even though they're addicted to drugs. You know what I'm saying? They getting beat, they getting their ass beat, but they still mothers and got
right.
kids out there that they gotta tend to. But now that she's getting her ass beat, she can't tend to her kids properly because guess what? She's hiding from the kids. She don't want the kids
Listen,
to know that this nigga's the one beating her. Like it
that's
just
it. And
goes
I
to
think that's
such
what it was
a
too,
web,
because listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Even the stuff that they was putting out when it came down to Rashida and Kirk and the type of father Kirk was, and you are so right, Sonia. He literally 3 months ago, prior before his death, got into a situation, and that had to do with him not being able to control himself. You know what I'm saying? And the craziest thing about it is 3 months ago, 3 months before his death, him being shot, the people that he had situations with, they was trying to make
Thank
that
you,
boy walk
Sonia.
away. You feel me? They
Appreciate
was
you.
trying to make him walk away. Like, go ahead, boy, go with yourself. He was there, kept on talking, running his mouth, talking crazy, and that's how he ended up getting shot out there. But they gave him an opportunity. They told him, yeah, boy, go ahead with yourself, man. Go. They have it on video, like that whole little situation as well. And like I said, I
That's
think
why you
that
gotta stop
he
fucking
was
with them,
just lost as
man.
well. But what's happening as far as the family goes, the family needs to take accountability for him being who he is to a certain degree. You know what I mean? He didn't grow up to become what he became. And so, with his mom and his sisters and certain people that spoke out, and them not being 100% on, like, it was even him violating his own mother. Like, he has violated and disrespected his own mother. But even all of those things stem, like everything stems from somewhere.
Oh my God, I thought I
But for
just right.
the young women out here, I understand that we think sometimes that we're going through things and we love this person, but we have to love ourselves first. And to love yourself is to understand what your value is and what you're not going to tolerate. If I was to go back and ask my younger self what would I have done different, I would go back and tell my younger self that you are very smart, you are a very empathetic individual.
All
You
right, but
can
we know
help
that you only
those.
have to
But I'm saying that's what I would tell my younger self.
first sign, I'll tell my young self, first sign of red flag, anything disrupting my peace and it goes against the way I feel I'm to be treated is a dub. That's it. That's it. First sign of mistreatment of me. But
Hmm.
this is me being who I am now and knowing what I know now. You know what I'm saying? As the young girl, sometimes you gotta be remembered. I don't know why this light is
No, and I get it. But like I said, just, even with me having a daughter, you know what I'm saying? What I go back to revert to is what I would tell my younger self to what I would tell my daughter right now. And the key thing is truly just loving yourself. Truly loving yourself. You know what I mean? Um,
we having a fucking moment with this technology today. Excuse my language, YT,
we
but
are.
shit, man, damn.
We definitely are. But
He got shot 3 months prior. Who? He Hood?
that's what I was just saying. That's what I was saying. 3 months prior, it was an altercation he was involved in. And they were allowing him to walk away, but his emotions got him caught up. He didn't know how to walk away because he was getting a pass. He would have never got shot, but he was getting a pass, and he still
Kept
was
in his fucking mouth.
still on a go. After they was like, "Go ahead, boy," they told him
Right.
it was a video like of that whole situation, and they tell him like before they even lick off shots on this boy, they tell him, "Hey, boy, go ahead with yourself, man. Go." And he is so much in his emotions, and like I said, it's probably a lot built up. But I say this to say this T his situation, guys, is so sad. I'm saddened that he had to lose
I mean,
his
at the
life
end of the
as
day, I always yes, exactly. That's what I'm definitely going to say. I
yeah, as an
don't
upcoming,
nobody deserves to lose their life behind it. But at the end of the day, I, I can't speak on anything else.
I don't
But
feel like he
the
deserved to lose.
demon,
I
but
don't think he should have
the
lost his
demon
life,
that,
but
but
the
no, I don't think he
situation,
should have lost his life. But the demon that he was dealing
right,
with,
right.
um, he
Hmm.
he had a lot of things that he had to deal with, on a lot
Yes.
of different angles and sides. So, you know,
But
I don't I don't feel like he had to lose his life in this particular situation. But like I said, we don't know everything. So I'ma just
I'm gonna
leave
be
it there.
honest with you. I feel as though with everything that has dropped so far, and that's why it is a self-defense case. Um, like I said, you know what I mean? What has the information that has dropped recently right now is the reason why Kai Frost, which is the son to Kirk and Rashida, um, felt like he had to defend himself by using a weapon is because a weapon was already drawn. So, when his family came out to speak, they put out a scenario that they knew wasn't true. And when everything now is put out there, as far as even down to the autopsy and even certain videos that dropped that of things that took place,
Hmm.
this is why the Atlanta police already put it down as a self-defense case is because he had a weapon. A weapon was found on T Hood.
Right.
He drew a weapon and he had another weapon as well.
Holy shit.
Okay?
Holy
So
shit.
that is why the case is going the way it's going. Now, the perception is put out there from the family that because Kirk and Rashida is known and they have money, they're able to get away with certain things, but it's not even that because everything was caught on the camera. You know what I mean? So, based on the footage that was caught on the camera, he was the one who was the aggressor.
Okay. Oh, when the moments leading up to the shooting, still
The
that's what.
moments leading up to the shooting, he's the one that was the aggressor. Yes.
Okay. I didn't
And
see
that is
anything.
why it's a self-defense case, and
We
that's
was
why
talking
they're
about it.
not.
You never sent me no stuff, so I ain't see anything. I
So
was just on.
basically,
No, I
the
know
reason
everything.
why,
I know everything because you was telling me, but you just never sent me no receipts.
okay, so I'll send
No,
you a
no,
few
no. I'm
of them
not. I
as
mean, no,
well.
no. You sent me. You sent me. You sent me. Her talking to the mother. You
Right.
did. Send me
But
her talking.
after that, because that's when everything first happened and
Mm-hmm.
it hit that this was going on where they were saying at the time it was both the sons that was involved with the shooting.
Okay, I
And
remember that.
then
I remember that was
come
like
to
in the
find
beginning.
out it wasn't both the sons that was involved with the shooting because Kirk's oldest son
Wasn't even
that is
there.
not by him and Rashida was not even
Wasn't
involved at
even there.
all.
Right.
He wasn't even there. He
Right.
didn't find out
I heard he
what was
came
happening
after.
until he
He
got the
came through
call.
afterwards. Right.
Right. So the story that was put out there was originally put out there through the family. But then when they started saying like, oh, the police wasn't doing anything and police was like, okay, because if they got something hard, they coming with it. So what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we
Mm-hmm.
got the video, we got this, that, and the third. Yeah, But when T Hood passed away, when they like next day after his murder, they threw out a GoFundMe. And in that GoFundMe, they stated he got shot 5 times in his back and it was a setup and all of that. And now they need to raise funds to be able to hold his funeral.
How much they got?
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I can't even call a number. I gotta double check that, but I can't even call a number. But because it's fraudulent, you know that when you do GoFundMe's, they do their background so they can withhold it if they feel it's like any fraudulent thing happening. So
Mm-hmm.
right now they haven't received anything. It's like on hold. You know what I mean? I don't know the exact amount, so I don't want to put the exact amount out there because I truly don't know the exact amount
Mm-hmm.
that they were able to receive once they did the GoFundMe. But
Mm-hmm.
that's why everything else started to come out because now it was like now you're saying that Atlanta police ain't do nothing whoop de whoop. So now they're saying, oh nah, that's not the case. This is what happened. And now we have the video footage, and this is why we're saying it was self-defense. And even the 5 shots in the back, all of that stuff was a fabrication. He was shot multiple times. It just wasn't in the back.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I'm saying because in the back means you running, you leaving, so that's dead
yeah,
ass wrong.
and he wasn't doing none of that. You know what I mean? So, but then, like I said, when it first dropped, it was kind of like Kelsey had me like, oh God, like, all right, I know what you're probably going through, but if you didn't call your brother, he would have never been there. But come to find out, she didn't even call her brother. Her brother was never called.
He
He
lived
was
it.
coming home from work
Right. He lived
and
it.
he walked into the shit going down
Mm,
and tried to
mm,
de-escalate the shit. And then he pulled
mm,
the gun out on him, and Kai ends
mm,
up running out the crib and going to get whatever he needed to get from outside and coming
mm.
back and then shooting.
Mm,
It
mm,
was never her
mm.
calling and like, oh,
And
I'm
saying
gonna come. Right.
come help
But
me. Right.
that's what was put out at first. So when the story first dropped, it was said that she made the phone call, and that's how her brothers ended up there. But this is why I say I don't like to come out and speak
You
right
gotta
away.
always do your
You
own
gotta wait.
and do your own due diligence.
Yeah, you gotta wait because
Mhm.
literally, if you go out there and speak right away before anything else surfaces,
You don't know
it
what's coming tomorrow. You don't know what's
so
coming
what
in
I
6
did was
hours.
that's why I told you. I said, I want to talk about this story. And girl, Sonia, I
And
told you.
sometimes
I told him I
you
said I
gotta
want to talk
follow
about
it.
this story, but I
Yup.
gotta wait because I need to find out more information before I come out here and I say what is already being put
Even if
out.
you talk it from the beginning to the end, it'll still be all facts.
Correct. You know what I mean? So now, like the autopsy, the Atlanta police, they dropped why they are making it a self-defense case, and they don't see no reason to prosecute because, like on the video, they have surveillance of what went down in the
Right.
home.
And then it's like
So out,
my boy ran out scared to death, but then he left his sister in there. And he was beating
yes,
the shit and
Sonia.
he was beating the shit out of her.
Exactly. And yes, Sonia, all of that is what went down. And that's why I didn't come out to report on it at first, because for me,
Too many
not
changes.
everything was
Too
making
many
it's too
changes.
right. And
Too
not
many
everything was
changes.
making sense. So then I'm like, all right, let me wait on it. So now everything is out there. So now I get a better understanding of okay, this is
Mhm.
why they are even putting it as a self-defense case because in the beginning it was almost like justice for T Hut. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was shot in his
Mhm.
back 5 times. It was a setup. It was all of that was put out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
now that all of this
Absolutely.
information is
Hallelujah.
released,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is what it is. You know what I mean? He was the aggressor. It's on video. And all that was said prior before, but all of the statements that was put out there was
Mhm.
coming from the family. So I want you guys to also know the
Oh yeah.
family was doing interviews less than 24 hours after T Hood's death. How? When y'all wasn't even there. No, nothing has been dropped. At this moment, no video, nothing was dropped, nothing. And you guys were doing interviews on what happened with him, and y'all ain't nothing dropped yet.
They know what dropped. What the shit that they put out there that they wanted to be dropped. Shit. That
And
was
then
they didn't want it
I
to make
get it,
sense, Sonia. They didn't want us
I
to
get
make
it.
it make sense.
With Kirk, they spoke of Kirk, like Kirk as a father. He did make a statement as well. I want you guys to know he said that he came to a point to where he felt as though he no longer wanted to be involved in trying to protect his daughter, and he loves her, but she kept on going back. So that details this is not the first situation, as
Right.
well as
Right.
Kelsey's best friend dropped receipts, messages of Kelsey telling T Hood's mother, listen, I'm putting his stuff outside. Y'all need to come and get him because y'all not doing nothing about his behavior and he keeps on putting his hands on me. These people said other shit that was totally different based on what was dropped. And we talking about messages, videos, and all.
But they didn't they was in denial. They didn't want to accept that of their son. But at the end of the day,
You
if the
wasn't in
girl say
denial because Kelsey
the
wasn't
girl
the
saying
first
she
young
taking a
lady.
beating,
His baby mother, he did the same shit to.
oh, but she never said nothing.
The baby mother spoke out and said that, but the baby mother has no ties with them or the family. But when this shit went down, the baby
Well,
mother
now,
did come out to
okay,
say,
so but hey, now you know why, right? You know
yeah,
why she won't have no ties with them.
no, she wasn't. You know why?
But
Because
this
she
is why,
still
yeah,
felt
because
that
she
she could fix
allowed
him.
her son to beat on her too, and she got
Yeah.
pregnant, took her baby, and left and fucked them all.
And I'm gonna tell you the reason why at that moment, Kelsey, if he was still alive, Kelsey would have been right back with him because in her
She said it
mind,
herself.
she could still love him through
But
whatever he's
she said
going
it
through.
herself.
She sure did. She sure
If
did.
if he didn't be if he didn't do that, we'd have been back together tomorrow. What? You
Right,
should have
but that's a person that's feeling like they can still, and that's why I feel like,
yeah, but
for
she
the
needs
young women,
therapy. She needs therapy. She need help.
yeah, hundred
She need
percent.
help.
100%. It's a lot of young women out here, but that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of young women out here that they're they're in
They
their
just need
feelings of
some
feeling
of them
like,
just need big sisters and aunties
and aunties, that's true.
to take them shopping and take them, and while we shopping, we talking and we telling them about how they supposed to be, and we understand everything apart out here in these streets between the both of us. Been there, done, did it. Everything that both we neither one has did was sell our ass. That's the only motherfucking thing. But don't get me wrong, we have taken them in and loved them just the same and told them how super special that they are because everybody can't do that. Just like everybody's not everybody. Everybody can't do that shit. So don't get me fucking wrong. I respect it. Okay? That's not my wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I love it. If you get it, I love it. But oh my God, y'all. Oh man, I swear things are so ah. Y'all, come on, babies. Come on, y'all. We got to get smarter than this.
Listen, it's gonna
Still
get
at the
better,
end
and
of
it's
the
I
day,
feel like
we
it'll get
killing
better
off
as
our
long as we
own
start
army, yo.
pouring.
It's
Mm-hmm.
still a brother, one another. It's still family. Like, we got to stop this shit. That's why Auntie House is coming.
We definitely do because it should be no
Me and my
reason.
daughter's coming. My niece, Tashita, she coming. She gonna be outside. She a tough cookie too. And she Aries. Just like her cousin. And she coming too. And she auntie status though too. Okay? And we coming.
That's
And we
why
coming to get these young sisters. We coming for them. Coming to, grab them up and show them a new different way of life. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Y'all already know I'm locked in. I'm locked in with the boys. I'm locked in with the boys. But the females, I do have many already. I really do. When I really think about it. And my daughter is number one. Okay? Okay. Oh, what did I do? Yo, we got so much going on with the internet. Oh shit. See, and then now she's sideways. Oh. See, she was able to fix hers. I had to go out and come back in. But
listen, I was going through the motions with that.
I know we gotta get ready to go, y'all.
Yes, we do. It is 9:25. I gotta go and do this overnight shift. But overall, the message that I wanted to send out, even with this T Hood situation, is like taking care of our children, whether they are males or females, like they all are in need of assistance and love and understanding. And even though at times we may not agree with their actions, behaviors, it's almost like understanding that we've been there before and trying to guide them into the path to where they need to be. And then my young women, just take the time out just to love yourself. Just be truly understanding of how special you are and embody that. And I say this to say what I said before. I never looked in the mirror for a long time. I even struggle with coming on camera and not having the anxiety feeling. And that has stemmed from a line of just abuse and not understanding my worth. And I've came such a long way. Um, so where I just genuinely, when I tell you guys, I have gratitude, but I want you guys to know that you're not alone and nothing is impossible. The only things that become impossible is what we make impossible. Change is always happening as long as you're willing to elevate. And I promise you, I would never tell you that these bumps in the
Hey,
roads are going to be easy, but I promise you that once you're able to overcome those bumps in the road, that divinely and divinely
I
things
have to
will
let the
happen
kids
and
walk
work
down
for
first.
you. I'm learning that every day. Hold on one moment, guys. Yes.
So yes, make sure y'all um keep the family in prayer. You know, this is our little story time, and we will come back for sure because we got more stories to tell.
I'm sorry, guys. I was just talking to my grandma real quick, but I just want
Okay,
you young ladies to know that you are
I'm just
beautiful,
leaving.
you are worthy, and anything that you put your mind to, it can happen. And never second guess your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, then go with what your intuition tells you. It's almost like that feeling you get in the pit of your stomach and through your body when something just doesn't feel good. Tap into your energy, value what the worth is. And I'm going to say, like Sonia just said it, always in my prayers. Always pray, guys. Like I said, stay prayed
Yeah.
up. Stay prayed up. And Sonia, you all are always in my prayers. Like I said, you guys are like my extended family. Um, and like I said, it doesn't, blood doesn't make you family. It's who pours into
Blood
you
makes you
that
related.
makes
That's it.
you family. And who exactly. And my beautiful young women out here,
And
you don't
also
have to
can do
change what
too.
you
Yes,
look
they
like
too.
to fit anybody's purpose. Love your hair, love your eyelashes,
Mhm.
your hair, whatever it may be, just love on yourself. And I'm not saying if you want to do things that makes you feel good, then do that too. But always take care of self first because self love
At
will
least
be able
one a
to
week,
exude
do
out.
something that
Yeah.
you love for you, that you love doing. Don't matter. Shit you could go do by yourself because you love it.
Because you
And
love it.
go
And let me tell
enjoy it.
y'all,
Go
what I
enjoy it.
did. Woo!
Go
Telling y'all what I
enjoy it.
did. Ooh, 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 y'all. For the first time, I actually did something, and I always am in my mind, but I love spice, and I love my Caribbean, so I love spice. And um, at first, it was just like little things that happened that was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to go. And I appreciate my mom so much because she was one of the reasons and the inspiration behind me even making it out that day because I promise you I probably would have never. But I appreciate you for that. So I just wanted to tell you that I love you for that as well. And I enjoyed myself. And it was just it was just it just made me feel good. Like I enjoyed myself. I felt beautiful. I felt good. I was with
And you
my
should
friend.
feel like that.
It was
And you
really
should feel
nice.
like that every day.
Yeah.
Because you are the same person you felt that day 2 days ago. You still her. You still beautiful. You still that same her. You supposed to feel like that every day.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I'm coming to take you there. I take you there. I know a place.
What? I'll take you there. Hey, I know what. What? I'll take you there. Mhm. Y'all know this, that this,
Yeah,
like, this has been such a beautiful night. I love you guys so much. Sonia, Hank the Hillbilly, Sleepy Rob. I got all my other moderators.
yes.
Y'all know I love you guys so much. You guys are just also an inspiration to keep on going. And like I said, the space I'm in, I got this. I got this, y'all. I got this, and I got more content coming, and it's definitely up from here. And
I've been trying to tell her that,
mm,
y'all.
listen, when I tell you I said the same thing. I said my mom has definitely been telling me this, and just to know that you just have just organic,
So that
genuine
means I tell the
support
girls
is
the same thing I
beautiful.
tell the boys.
Yeah.
If you would just listen to your mother, your life would be so much easier.
So you heard it right there. But yeah, y'all, this workaholic that I am, of course, y'all know I gotta head out to work, guys, and get myself together. And I love you guys. And shout outs to all of my subscribers because I love you guys as well. I can't do this without you guys, as well as my bush watchers and the replay gang, 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 gang. I love you guys. You guys keep me in the algorithm. I love you guys for just putting comments out there, and just keeping me, like I said, you guys keeping me inspired in what I truly love. And I do feel like as I'm embarking on this journey that I'm only going to get better with time. How they say you only get better with time, I feel like I'm one of those people. I will get better with time and age like fine
And
wine.
do and will. That's right.
Well,
That's right.
so I'm gonna hand the mic over to the
Living
First
proof.
Lady
Get
OG
the truth.
and let her
Them black
give and
you.
spread her beautiful energy. And y'all already know the vibes. I love you guys.
You got this, y'all. Y'all already know who I am. The voice, the visionary of opportunity for inner cities and inner city children everywhere. And I see Auntie House coming soon, right here for you. But this is Auntie, the OG, right here. Thank you for supporting the Odyssey Podcast and Word Justice. Make sure you hit the bell so you can subscribe, never miss a live. If you did not hit that like button, whether you replaying in the bushes, coming through, just dropping in and dropping out, still do me a favor, hit that like, please. Appreciate y'all running over to Auntie House Unlocked, and get ready. It's about to go down. You know what I'm saying? If you want to understand that you need to learn your proper standing, status, and position in this game we playing. We keep telling y'all it's chess, not checkers, okay? So
Mm.
if you want to get right on the game board, you need to make sure y'all follow Auntie House Unlocked. All right. And I am going to leave y'all like this. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for supporting Theodicy. Thank you for being here. We appreciate y'all. And peace, love, light.
Oh man, peace, love, and light. Just like the First Lady OG said it. And I love you guys. This is the Odyssey Podcast with your girl Word. And of course, the First Lady OG. And we will be back in the building. You guys have a beautiful night. And like she just said, peace, love, and light from our families to yours. Y'all know I love y'all so, so, so very much. I'll be back, y'all, because I got a few more story times to tell y'all. We're going to tap into this story time because I figure, I might as well just talk about my stories as well, y'all. So I love y'all. See y'all soon. Peace.
You ain't tell them about your